Okay, hello everybody. This is Luke, also known as Shin Kicker, and we've had a bit of an absence. We've been quite busy, but as promised, we're going to reveal our progress. So everything that we have in game, or pretty much everything, we're going to show it to you today. So I'm here with Carwin.
Hello.
And Carwin's going to sort of be helping me out and capturing the video and getting that ready for consumption.
And show the stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, there's quite a bit we're going to go through today. We're going to go through crafting, the new vehicle types, the new vehicle system. You're probably going to see a bit of the AI, and you'll notice that quite a few things have changed there. The sort of style of world that we've created. There'll be some stuff on the early construction system that we have, the interaction menu, and I'll probably talk a bit about the sort of the quest system that we have. And other elements of gameplay. So Carwin's gonna do the crafting from his side because you're looking at his screen. So he's currently the male survivor, and I'm the female survivor here. So we'll start with yourself, Carwin, and I think you're going to do an axe first.
An axe, yeah.
Yeah.
So try at least.
So obviously Carwin can see from his side, so he'll sort of talk you through what he's seeing, and I'll be here if
I make errors.
When something invariably goes wrong.
Yeah. What I got to do is to put the crafting menu. No, this is crafting on the ground, isn't it? So I gotta press C. Oh yeah, I gotta press C.
Yeah.
And then I go into my crafting menu.
Yeah, drop your items across, and then you should see a preview of an axe.
Yeah, now I see something else. What do I get if I only place wood? I get wood chips, but I need the axe. So, and I got one.
Yeah, you should get a. Okay, so now you're crafting your axe, and that will be lying on the floor for you there. The reason that we do it on the floor is because that way, you kind of need to be careful that somebody doesn't steal your stuff while you're crafting it.
It needs to be lying on the floor.
So currently, have you got the axe?
No.
It's not there.
No, it's not there.
Oh, okay. Maybe try another one. Do you need more materials?
Yeah, I need the wood logs. Do we need the axe at this point?
Well, no, we're not.
Okay, but normally there is one on the ground.
Normally you would craft the axe there. It could be a case that it failed. Sometimes there is a chance that it can actually fail, which is an in-game function. But with the axe, we don't currently have it rigged up for the swing animation. That's something that Carl's developed. I just need to capture the animations and put those into game. But essentially, you get an axe, and then the axe is used as a simple melee system, and it's also used for chopping wood. And we'll get on to wood a little bit later because wood's kind of quite a useful material in the game. So I mean, really, with 2017, that rather than the game being centered on loot as a means to sort of gain in-game items, we rely on crafting. So there's a lot of bare materials that are base materials that are used to be able to craft. So you've got simple crafting, and then you have more advanced crafting where you do it at a workbench, and we'll probably see that a bit later on when we'll build a radio and stuff.
Okay, shall we build something?
So should we do construction?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next crafting type is construction, and this is a sort of the base system of the base building effectively. And again, it's used in a similar way. We do this from the menu, but you actually
use my special menu.
Yep. So rather than drop the items into the crafting menu, you're going to drop them onto the ground. That's the difference.
Yeah, but they see the admin menu now, so. Okay, I'm gonna give myself the items for the shanty hut, and then we're gonna build it.
You might need to do that twice for the shanty hut.
Oh yeah.
I'll just say a little bit about that menu. That won't be in game. That's actually just an admin menu that we use, and we're using just to be able to get the materials that we need to demonstrate.
Yeah.
So
and then I'm dropping the stuff on the ground. Oh, picking it up again. So I need to drop everything on the ground then?
Yeah, but not your hammer. Keep your hammer.
Keep my hammer on me. Okay, I'll put it there. Got the hammer, and then press B.
Yep.
And then it should start building. Okay.
There we go. So now you can see if you run around, maybe go up a hill and just move about. That's your placement code there. So you can see that will actually incline and decline according to the terrain.
So I can place it in the
So
tree.
yeah, you find anywhere you want it. Maybe not in the tree.
Okay.
Come away from the tree and then just hit B.
B.
And there you go. That's a hut.
Awesome.
Now this hut will have there will be a small area here where there's going to be a case where you can keep, where you can stash your shit. So that will be in there, and so this is effectively a bit like the tent has been used before, but instead you've actually got a hut. And this is a sort of like an intermediate advanced type of dwelling. I mean, the other one is the survival shelter, which you should be able to craft next.
Shall I craft the rest?
Yeah, go for it. Maybe do the survival shelter.
Survival shelter. Okay.
Now, some of the items that you might see in Carwin's inventory, you might see a question mark occasionally. That's just because it's placeholder items that we just need to create the models for them. So there we go. That's a survival hut. And so, like I say, the recipe that Carwin used, it will be different in game. You might see strange stuff like we use, I don't know, snares and stuff like that. It's just the recipe system. We're focused on the development rather than the finer details at the moment. But that's a simple task to do. So again, this will have an inventory. It's a very simple shelter.
And a fireplace.
Oh, and a fireplace. Yeah, there we go.
That's the fire herd.
So you can see, you can really sort of construct a camp around yourself quite quickly here. And this particular construction system, it was written by Matt Horner, and Carl's done some work on it as well. And it's going to be evolved so that you'll actually be able to snap wall sections into place. You'll be able to. There's going to be a lot more buildings that you're going to be able to bring in, like lookout towers and there'll be, gates. We'll probably have something like a bus that can go across the gate that's fortified, and so you'll really be able to scope out your own world here.
Yeah, awesome. And the workbench?
Yeah, and then the workbench. So the next one that Carwin's going to do is the workbench, and this is the other type of crafting that we have. So essentially you've got sort of self-crafting, which we did with the axe earlier, and then you've got construction, which we've just done, and we're using construction to make the workbench now. And the workbench is needed for more sort of advanced types of crafting, so repairing weapons, perhaps modifying weapons. One of the things we're going to do is construct a radio, and the radio is needed for receiving quests within the world. And also, very specialist part repairs, you'll need a workbench. So when you get into game, you're probably going to start off, you're going to create an axe, you're going to gather some wood, you're going to gather the basic materials through looting through the different buildings and so forth, until eventually you can, create a workbench and start to make more specialized items. I mean, one of the ones that I haven't brought into gamers yet, will be quite soon, is a very sort of primitive pipe gun. It'd be like something that somebody would make in a prison. Do you see what I mean? Like a real ghetto prison style gun.
So I'm gonna craft the radio then.
Okay.
On the workbench, and then I gotta go into gear. Need a workbench and press crafting.
Yeah, you should see the menu should look
changed.
different, because the background will, instead of it being the ground, you'll see the surface of the workbench.
So I gotta put the parts onto the. Oh, it says the radio.
Yeah,
okay.
And coincidentally, if you were to walk away from the bench,
it says you do not have the required tools. So.
Oh, okay, that doesn't matter. Can you see the? Is it previewed? The model's previewed.
Yeah.
That's okay. So you can see the the how it works. And if you were to put items onto the workbench and walk away, then I were to try and use it, it would tell me that that the items would be left on the bench. And if I try to access it while Carwin's using it, it's going to tell me that I can't, because somebody else is active at the bench at the moment.
Okay, go on the workbench and try that.
Yeah, sure.
And let's see
I
if
just said all that. It probably won't work now. Let's try. See, I'm on the workbench.
Let me try to go. Yeah, I get an error. This workbench is in use.
Yeah.
Try again later.
And this was all developed by Dead Action. So really, good bit of work that he did with the menu there.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, so that's essentially the basics of construction and crafting.
And want to see the show the vehicles off?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so coming over to here, you'll notice these pink splats on the ground. That's actually blood splats where we got shot up earlier. So they're a bit pink. They're going to be changed, and I do agree they stick out a bit. But that's just so that we can spot them when we're testing stuff out. But if you're shot, you will leave a trail of blood behind in the world. So yeah. So vehicles. So over here we got the Land Rover, and you'll notice in the back we have a wood gas system.
I think the Hilux is better to show off.
Yeah, okay. So I've got this Hilux. Now, I screwed up. This is totally the wrong texture, and the base mesh is actually the wrong one. So, but what I want you to focus on is this wood gas system that we have.
You started?
Yeah, okay, so let me jump in. Oh yeah, and also, we've got the interaction system, but we'll perhaps get into that later. Yeah. So there we go. So you can see so yeah, the wood gas, I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but this actually is something real world that you can do. It's a system that you feed with wood. It makes some sort of particulates that can actually fire a combustion engine. So the good thing here is to fuel your vehicle, all you need is wood. So you'll actually craft that with the axe. You'll make wood chips, which you'll put into the wood gas system, and that will be your means of fueling your transportation. And we really like this because one of the things with when an apocalypse or any sort of event happens, generally what happens is there's a rush on the fuel. So you'll go to the fuel stations, everybody will be queuing up, they'll empty the tanks out within a day or two. So it's just not viable that there would be fuel in the world. So that's why we have this wood gas system. So again, ignore the actual base truck. Yeah, that's wrong. So maybe what we could do is we could go into the Land Rover
and drive around.
Go for a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
Do you want to drive?
Yeah, I'll drive. The interaction menu.
Yeah. So of course. Yeah. So the interaction menu. So this was developed by Carl, and it's such a relief compared to the previous system. Really. So previously with the Armour games, you have to use the mouse wheel. So you have to first of all get a context on the screen, and then if there's several contexts, you have to scroll through them, and it can just be really it can be a real pain in the arse. I mean, I used to hate it when you're trying to open a gate and you're sort of skipping back and forth trying to capture the context wheel. Whereas what we've done is we've replaced all of that. So every time you need to enter a building, enter a vehicle, perform any sort of action, you just tap the F key, and which is pretty much the same as you get in most games. They usually, I think they use the E key.
Yeah.
So it's that very sort of traditional mechanic that you get in most video games.
But we also got a secondary key on because Arma has a lot of options, like going into the gear, or for example, if you're driving a vehicle, you can get out, but you also can eject while it drives. And the secondary is Shift F. For example, if I go to the car and I want to access the gear menu, normally you had to find that sweet spot where that gear menu was for the vehicle, but now you just have to go near the back and then press Shift F.
That's right.
And it opens up the gear menu, and really quickly.
So it's nice. And I mean the same will be the same principle will be there for the for repairing and fueling as well.
Yeah.
So again, you haven't got to dance around. I mean, anybody that's played Armour will know. You know, if a mod implements any sort of repair system, you know, it can be a real pain in the arse, really, to home in on the right context. So so the gear system, the interaction system negates all of that. Okay, so
I'm coming.
Are you taking the other truck, or
no? I'm gonna get in. Could you tell us something about the enemies, the antagonists in the game?
Yeah, of course. So, as I said, the narrative for the game is based in the UK, and there has been a complete collapse of society. So there's no government, and it's absolute chaos.
Whoa.
And on cue, there's the antagonists. So originally we were going to go with the sort of the infected story, and we had a change of heart, and that's not what we're going to do. Now, that's for several reasons. One, we felt that genre is quite overdone, and two, the armor engine is just particularly really difficult to work with when you're developing your own new skeletons and animations and so forth. To get a complete animal rigged and functioning in game takes a lot of time, really. And so we have gone more for a sort of a world that's, if I was to use games that are quite similar, I'd say Fallout is a good example, or possibly Stalker to a degree. So what you'll find in the 2017 world is a lot of roaming gangs and clans, and each of these has their own particular trend or belief, and these characters who are attacking us at the moment, I think this is probably the sadists that are having a go at us. There we go, look, here they are, look.
Oh, there. Oh, I don't have ammo. Oh, I gotta reload. I did a really bad shot, so that's good.
Got him.
Okay,
yeah, there's one running off there. He's trying to flank us.
Yeah, I see it. Oh, I hit him once. I don't have any ammo left, so...
He's going,
yeah.
We killed his friend, so he's going. So that was pretty handy. That was on cue.
Yeah.
He's
firing back.
He's coming back for some more.
Okay, let's go.
So yeah, so essentially,
yeah.
Sorry everybody, it's sidetracked a bit.
We got sidetracked a lot, yeah.
This happens a lot in the game. It's really random, the encounters that you're going to get. They're going to try and shoot our wheels out.
Yeah, let's.
But yeah, so there are these clans in the game, and you just met. I say clans, gangs. You just met the sadists, and there's several types that we'll be introducing you to, and we plan to keep building these up. And they sort of roam the world.
Yeah.
You know, you can find them at any sort of non-determined place. You know, you can find them out in the open. You know, they can be in the towns. And they also have their own areas as well. So the map will also contain particular areas that are sort of, you know, specific to that gang. The lore and the look will be, you know, it'll be their area, their patch. And so yeah, so we went for this really because
do you see those groups there? Okay.
Oh, there's some more, is there?
Yeah, okay. Go on talking.
So yeah, so we went for this really because it just works so well. You know, we're playing to the strengths of the engine here, and we just found that by doing there's a load of them. Okay, yeah, let's give them a miss. So really, I mean, the thing is, this makes the game really interesting and varied. As you can see, it's really difficult to predict what is going to happen.
Okay, that's a bit too much.
And these particular clans and gangs, I keep using two words here, but they you know, they very much tie into the quest system as well. So a lot of the quest systems and the lore will be around these gangs. So a kind of a good example is, I mentioned Fallout earlier. If you think about the Raiders, you know, that's a kind of a, you know, a good example, and some of the sort of the religious nutters and so forth. So we're going to get our ass kicked here, I think.
Yeah. We need to go further. Okay, get in. Yeah, my guy is screaming for water.
Oh, okay.
And got some blurriness going. So, but
that's probably going to change the water system.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's about as much as I could say for now on these the in-game characters. But you know, I know a lot of people expected us to be really doing a sort of horror type kind of, you know, biped, weird limb, deformed creatures. And we might still do that, but at the moment, you know, we've really found something that it's just fun to play. It works really well. I mean, we've been in scenarios where we've just had, you know, times where we've been stuck in a house and you're surrounded. You know, there's a gang just closes in on your position, and it just makes for really interesting play. And it's some really good. I mean, like Carl has been really working on this AI code a lot. You know, the finite state sorry, the finite state. Are we getting attacked again?
No, there's a guy there.
Okay,
right, keep on going.
Sorry, the finite state machine code. That's what I meant to say, not manager. Yeah, he's done a lot of refining around that area to really make these characters the way they are, and we still got a lot of work to do in that area. Yeah. But it's shaping up really good. You know, it really does make a really interesting, dynamic world. You know, it's very difficult to predict this world. You know, it's not like you can, you know, a certain set of conditions are going to play every time that you go into a particular area or a particular town. It's very varied, as you can see.
Yeah, he's running away. Oh, it's really hard to aim with this gun. Oh.
What have you got the sawn off?
Yeah, I got the sawn off.
Yeah. So somebody might recognise. I've got the Lee Enfield here, which is an old Armour 2 favourite of ours.
And maybe the better shot for this guy.
And so there will be lots of different weapons in game. We've got a few in at the moment, but you know, there will be a lot more coming in. Like I've mentioned, there will be a lot of craftable weapons. So pipe guns, zip guns, that sort of stuff.
And what about the loot? How do we get loot?
Okay, so one of the things is that we've not really made loot much of a focus of this game. So when you go into buildings, you're not really searching for items. You're not looking for guns. You're not looking for, you know, food. You're not. It's a very different model that we have. What you do is you'll find raw materials within the buildings. So scrap metal, old electronic parts. You know, jam jars, empty glass bottles, and basically all of these are enough to enable you to craft. So essentially everything that you get in world that has value, you make it yourself. You sort of, you know, you gather the materials and you craft it yourself. Now there will be outside, there will be locations and objects that will contain loot to a degree, but a majority of it will be gained through creating it yourself, stealing it, or, you know, fighting a clan and killing them, robbing their vehicles, or through completing quests. You know, the different quests will be able to enable you to get gear. But we've tried to move away from the kind of the main gameplay mechanic of kind of going through buildings to loot items, and kind of, you know, that loot isn't very centric to the game. No. The crafting system is.
Shall we go to the horse or bear on the big hill? Yeah,
if you know how to get there. So people might be looking at the map, and obviously, as you know, this map is a work in progress. The guys are currently in the placement phase, so the terrain is finalised. It's, you know, the forests are scoped out, the road system is scoped out. The bit that we're in at the moment is the actual building placement. And that's something that's going to take a bit of time. So you're going to see this build up as you watch the map develop. Okay, so we are going to wrap things up now. Apologies for being all over the place. As you can see, it's this has been more of a let's play than it's been a sort of a scripted devlog.
Devlog, yeah.
Yeah.
It's chaotic.
And we will do more soon. We will do more soon as we introduce more. We'll keep you updated like this. We've decided to be more open now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if anybody is, if you don't know anything about the mod, it's your first time seeing this, then I'd encourage you to get over to 2017mod.com. Yeah. Almost forgot the URL then. So, and on there we got forums where you can ask questions. You can keep track of the progress of the game, and we've also got Twitter as well, 2017 mod, and so they're good ways to keep in touch, and we're all active on the forums. We're on there to sort of take questions, and I suppose we better end it before we get
because
killed.
I'm dying really slowly.
Yeah.
Already. And if you still got questions, because this is really chaotic and
yeah, I probably missed loads of important stuff.
Yeah, we went from the one place to the other place. So if you got questions, go to the 2017 mod forum, or Facebook, or Twitter, or put a question under the video, and maybe we'll answer it in the next video, or anyone. But I think we are gonna die. Goodbye, guys. Till next time.
Thank you.
Bye. I'll make a nice fade outro. You're like, woo, the camera. Bye. Bye.